Hello everyone, in this video I am going to give my review on the i-Wagen with the price of $1.7 million. Customization on this vehicle. Well, you don't really get many options, to be honest. Maybe some in some categories, you get a good amount. In most customization options here on the categories, there's not many going on, to be honest. And if they are, there's loads in the category, they're like similar from each other. It's not really the best when it comes to customization. Yes, you can change it, you can make it look different from stock, at least a little bit. At least you can do that, and it does have some livery options going on as well. The spoilers as well, not really any different. If you look really carefully, at least if you compare it to the one in stock, there's a slight tiny difference. Overall, it's not really much difference when you customize this vehicle, but yet again, you can at least a little bit change it from stock. Performance on this vehicle. Well, I do have to say, I'm actually really impressed with this vehicle when it comes to the acceleration, the brakes, and even handling a little bit as well. So we'll go to the brakes. I think the brakes are really impressive here, like hold the brakes down, and with the upgrades included. And I am actually really impressed with this type of vehicle. The brakes are like really good here. The acceleration, I mean, maybe it is expected, of course. It is an electric vehicle here, so the acceleration will be doing really well. But still, I'm still really impressed for this type of vehicle. And the handling as well. Sure, it's not as best as like a two-seater vehicle, which even for this vehicle, it beats quite a bit of amount of two-seater vehicles actually when it comes to the handling. So this is actually really impressive. Personally, I think anyway. And the top speed though, which is probably the worst thing out of this performance on this vehicle. Top speed it can go up to is 94 miles per hour. So you'd be lucky enough, depending where you are, you might just hit that 100 miles per hour if you go down the hill a little bit. Either way, it's not great on top speed, but everything else though, I think it's really impressive here. Going off-road in this vehicle, the acceleration will definitely more than help it to go off-road for this vehicle, but it grips off-road really well, so there's no worries on that. You can go uphill really well. Definitely take it off-road. There's not really, if not very little problems going off-road with this vehicle. It'll do the job no problem whatsoever. Not really any complaints from me. The interior in this vehicle, unfortunately, it's just like the normal basic SUV interior looks. The engine though, it's electric. But still, nothing really different when you compare it to most other SUV vehicles. It's going to be the basic, especially at the back here with the seats and the trunk as well. Overall, I guess for some people it's going to be disappointing. It's just no different really, to be honest. But either way, it's not completely basic, but at least when you compare it to other SUVs, it's going to look the same or at the very least similar. My final thoughts on this vehicle is, it is not worth $1.7 million. Maybe $1 million is worth it. It could go to some people that will love this vehicle. I think you have a good time just driving around peacefully in the game. I think this would be good for the people on there. But outside of that, I think you're not really going to enjoy it as much. I think, personally, anyway. Maybe you could use it in some missions if you're crazy enough. You probably could a little bit, depending what mission it is. Yet again, I just don't think it's worth $1.7 million, but maybe $1 million, or if it ever is a podium vehicle, then go for it. Or trying to win that vehicle. I think that was worth getting it for free there, but if you're buying it, if it's somehow randomly, if you're lucky enough to get it at $1 million or lower, then I think go for it. You'll have a good time driving around in it in free mode, at the very least. But that's how I look at it in my opinion. So I hope this video helped in any way. If it did, make sure to give this video a like. If you're new here, maybe subscribe is up to you. Thank you for watching this video, everyone.